Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Today, we have our first top 5 video. It's going to be top 5 money-making skilling methods. So for this, that means that there is no combat involved. These are going to be the top 5 money-making methods that include no combat. And we just had a whole entire month-long money making guide section, so if you want to go ahead and check out all my money making guides, I will have a playlist on my channel. Just check it out. Before we actually start this video up, I want to include a couple of honorable mentions. There's going to be 2 honorable mentions, and I either couldn't fit it into the list, couldn't justify fitting it into the list, or as you'll see really quickly, there's another reason why it's not on the list. First one I want to mention is going to be mud runes. Now, Mud Runes was about 6 million GP an hour. Unfortunately, it has been nerfed. They actually moved the water altar. Go ahead and look in the links down below. I'll have my reactions to it getting nerfed. And I actually made a loot video for 100,000 of these. So it was going to be in my top 5 once I figured out the money making method. It was totally going to be in this top 5 money making guide, but after the nerf, I just couldn't justify putting it in there anymore because it got nerfed all the way down to 3, maybe 4 mil an hour. So it's not as good as the other 5 on this list. The other one I want to mention is the creating scrolls of legends. It is a pretty good money making guide. It's 6 mil per hour, but it just doesn't quite fit my cup of tea. Just because of the fact that you have to be on Amlot hour, it means you can only do it 1 hour randomly whenever Amlot hour decides to be a chance. Now, I know a lot of people that really wouldn't mind that much, but for me, that's a deal breaker. I'm not really big into the whole hourly thing. I don't even enjoy the beach events where I had to do them every single hour. Might as well having to randomly spend an entire hour on something just by the whims of Voice of Saren. So that's why that's not on my list, but it is a good money making guide. You can check it out in the links if you really are looking for something along those lines. Number 5. So we are starting out this list with a pretty good money making method actually. It's going to be tanning dragon hides. We're going to be coming in at 6.9 mil per hour with this money making method. I was planning on putting it a little bit higher on the list, but I'm not really big into click intensive money making guides. I feel like you can't do them consistently hour to hour. So it is a really good money making method, but due to the number of people that are already doing it, I have a feeling that it's also going to drop in price decently quickly. And also the limit of 10,000 per hour. You can only buy 10,000 dragon hides per hour. So if you're planning on only doing this for 20 to 30 minutes, or you just want some way of making 2-3 mil, this is a really good money making guide. But I'm looking for something a little bit more long term, something that I can make lots of money over long periods of time doing. So it comes in at number 5 on my list. Number 4. Juju farming potions. So this is coming in at 6.2 mil per hour. It is slightly less than tanning dragon hides. But honestly, I just enjoy the idea behind this guide a lot. You have to have multiple high level skills. You need herb lore, farming, and hunter, all at a decent level. And you aren't doing one thing for the entire money making guide. You actually have to farm up the herbs, so you just need to do farm runs, basically. You have to collect all of the marble vines just to make the potions, so you have to be doing hunter to collect the marble vines. And then on top of that, you are also going to be doing herb lore. So you have 3 different things you're actually doing for this money making guide, which kind of spices it up a little bit. And the 6.2 mil per hour is nothing to scoff at all. It's definitely something that I'm going to continue doing in the future. I plan on farming all of my Ugoon seeds that I had in the video. Check it out down below in the links. And then collecting as many marble vines as I need to make as many of the Juju farming potions as I can. Only downside, reason why it's at number 4 instead of higher up on this list, is that you need the Ugoon seeds before you start up this money making method. If you're an older player like me, Draconic Jadinkles used to be the best way to get 99 Hunter, so you should have plenty of them sitting in your bank. But if you're a newer player and you just are getting up to that Hunter level to make these potions, it's not going to be nearly as good. You're either going to have to farm up some points so that you can trade them in for the herb seeds, or you're going to have some other way of getting those herb seeds before you can start this money making guide. So that's why it's coming in at number 4 instead of higher up on this list. Number 3. So you guys are probably seeing the background videos and going like, what the heck? Why is Superheating Runite at number 3 on this guy's list? He is an absolute moron. It's only 2.5 mil per hour. But the key is it's 2.5 mil per hour in free to play. Now, that's usually not that big of a deal. Usually you just have membership anyway, so you should be doing a lot better money making guides. But when I actually went to my Iron Man account, I spent all of my money to get a couple bonds for my Iron Man account. And then when I came back to my main, I didn't have membership, and I wasn't really willing to pay the money to get membership. I had like 6 or 7 mil to my name, and I knew I had to make like 6 or 7 mil more to actually get a bond. That way I could get members and start making more money. And how I did that was with Superheating Runite. It's the best money making guide that I can find in free to play. So that's why it's number 3 on my list. If you aren't currently a member, this is going to be your best money making method. And if you're trying to get a bond for membership, it's only 5 to 6 hours depending on the price of bonds to get that much money that you need. Only downside is if they ever actually come out with the mining smithing rework, this method will be nerfed. But until then, abuse it as much as you can. Get that 2.5 mil per hour, get your bonds, get membership, and start making real money. Number 2. So again, this is not the fastest money making guide, but number 2 comes in with Cave Nightshades. We're going to be coming in at approximately 4 mil per hour. And the reason why I really like this skill, again, is because you're basically fusing 2 different money-making guides together to get this 4 mil. That and it's semi-AFK. It's one of the better methods for anything that's semi-AFK to AFK. For 4 mil per hour, just chilling out, watching YouTube videos or whatever, I cannot complain at all about that. I also have a loot guide for 5,000 Cave Nightshades. It's just a really calm thing to do when you just are chilling out, not really having to worry too much about anything else. So that's why it comes in at number 2 on my list. Number 1. So, if you guys couldn't see this coming, you are a little bit blind. We are going to be cleaning herbs with the Herblore Cape. It comes in at an insane 8.6 million GP every single hour. It is far and beyond the best money-making guide that you can do for just skilling. It actually makes more money than most of the combat, unless if you're doing high-level bossing money-making guides. So I had to put it on this list, and it almost was number 2 just because I really like AFK. But because of how much money you can make doing this, it puts number 1 on my list. And the best part about it is it's not really that hard. It is a pretty click intensive. You do have to pay attention. But for close to 9 mil per hour, it's definitely worth putting that effort in. If you're looking to make as much money as you can, as quickly as you can, this is not gonna disappoint you, let's say. It's definitely one of the best money-making guides in the whole entire game. And I'm surprised more people aren't doing it. You should not be making this much money per hour just cleaning something. I know a lot of people have 99 Herblore and just nobody's doing it. Hopefully you guys all enjoy the top 10 money-making videos. If you do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like and a comment. As always, have a good one.